Hello，OK，大家早上好，我是今天晚上的主持人 Angel。Okay, supposed to be English. Sorry. Hi, good evening, everyone. Okay, now is night time in Kuala Lumpur. I'm located in Kuala Lumpur. My name is Angel, and today our guest today is far away from Toronto. Her name is Joyce. Hi, Joyce.
Hi, good evening, everyone. How are you?
Hi,
Hi, Angel.
I'm
How's
doing
the
good,
weather
thank you.
there?
It's always sunny in Malaysia.
Wow, I'm so jealous. We're actually getting cold here.
Yes, how's the weather in Toronto?
Toronto, it's beautiful right now because of the fall season. You can see the leaves are changing color. Actually, it's almost the end, and because this year it's a little bit warmer,
Right.
so some areas didn't change much, but a little bit north, I just came back from Quebec, the province of Quebec, and a lot of leaves are already felled. They're on the grounds now.
Awesome. Okay, that's all the maple leaves are turning colors, right?
Yes, it's so beautiful. You have to see definitely in your lifetime. Anyone,
Definitely,
yeah,
yes.
for everyone, yeah.
Yep. Okay, I remember in October there's a special holiday. It's Halloween.
Yes.
So yeah, so people are preparing for Halloween, as I see from the Facebook, Instagram, and also for lots of family, they are out away to the pumpkin patch.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So this is kind of a tradition, and we try to make it happen every year. Because for the pumpkin farm, you can get to pick your own, and then you carve before Halloween, and then place it in front of your house. So it will make the neighborhood very festive, and it's definitely a must do. And the kids are so excited. So this year, because of some of the I think delivering delay, the shipping, we know like because of the pandemic, still there's a lot of delay. So everybody's ordering early for their costume.
Wow, awesome! So what's your costume for this year?
I'm very creative, so usually I don't order online, and then I will make something for my own. And I think a lot of people are planning for the Squid Game for the Korean drama. Um, so I believe because of that we'll see a lot of the same type of costume on the street this year.
Okay, I see. Oh, thank you so much, Joyce. Okay, let me introduce our guest speaker tonight. Okay, our guest speaker tonight is Joyce. Okay, Joyce is a specialist realtor in Toronto, Canada. Okay, and she's also a mother of two. She has two lovely children. Also, she's a real estate broker. She owns her own brokerage in the downtown Toronto, just right beside the Toronto University, right?
Yeah, U of T, the University of Toronto.
And yourself is also graduated from the University of Toronto.
Yes, yeah. And materials
Awesome.
engineering and materials science and engineering. We call it MSE. So it's been a while.
Okay, yeah. So it's very special. I'm very from the engineer comes into the sales industry.
Yeah. So you can tell, like, I'm more like, service based, but not really a salesperson much. But we have my own team. So
Mhm.
the team does, especially this time, I'm staying with the kids for the last 18 months, and now finally one goes to physical school. So
Mhm.
I'm staying with my younger one. She's only 9 at
Mhm.
home, still virtual school.
Wow. So I think soon the kids will be back to school next year, right?
Yeah, hopefully not until 2024. Somehow, I don't know. A lot of people they were talking about 2024. Um, yeah, maybe hopefully it's gonna be uh, not back to normal, but at least we are lucky to have options in Ontario. So we have actually the virtual system,
Yeah, the
and
virtual school.
yeah,
Yeah.
but not every province, because I know, as far as I know, in Quebec, they don't have the options. So if you're sent back home because of the sickness, because you have to check every day for the COVID protocol. If
Mhm.
you have any symptoms, you're not supposed to go to school, and then you will have to come to check if you're positive or not. So before the results out, you're not supposed to go back to school.
Well, I see. So it's not the nationwide virtual school. Some
No.
students will go back to school.
Yeah, I believe not. No, that's as far as I know. Hopefully, there's going to be an option, but I know for universities, they are trying to get everyone back to the physical class. But for them, it's a lot easier. You can do virtual because it makes
Mhm.
sense because you're sitting with like sometimes hundreds of other students, and as long as you're following what's happening, I think it's fine that you're not actually in school.
Okay, I see. So it depends on each, how do you say that, the provincial regulation, right?
Right.
Okay, and then you are also a founder of AA1 Drama Club.
Yeah, it's actually our 20th anniversary, so you know how long I have been, working. Um, it's it's something that I found it's because universities, a lot of people from overseas, especially some of the international students, they are
Mhm.
very lonely, definitely in this cold world of Canada. And then the only thing they do, of course, nowadays it's easier with all the new technologies. You are able to, see your family easily compared to the old time back in 20 years ago. But it's the extracurricular that you can actually feel like you have a family
Right.
overseas. So this is how this drama club started. And I found because it's a Mandarin drama club, so it's actually connecting so many students that who graduated even 20 years ago, that we are actually the 20th anniversary, and then we are doing a monthly events. And if anybody's interested, you can contact Angel to get we are using Kumo space. So if we have a set day, you're welcome to join to get to know the people who's already been to Toronto, and some of
Mhm.
them still around, but some of them they are overseas currently. So everyone has pretty good, uh, experience from the drama club, and then they evolve to a better person in the society with better skills for because nowadays it's very hard to feel each other, especially everything most likely are virtual
Mhm.
for a while already. So this way that you're actually having a human touch in life.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, that's very creative. From the
Yeah.
engineer to the drama club, from engineer to the realtor, and then also a drama club leader. Wow. Okay. Quite a variety. Yeah. All right. So you are also previously a former president of a global federation of a Chinese businesswomen in Toronto chapter.
Yeah, I was just actually between 2018 and 20. And then that's one of the most memorable experiences because we get to travel around the world, which is against my, my career. Most of the time we are local, but I get to meet a lot of other realtors around the world and a lot of clients, customers, and a lot of investors this way. So I fly a lot, like before COVID, before the end of 2019, I think it was 18 months. Within the 18 months period, I actually travel, I think, more than 30 cities. Um,
Wow.
yeah, like it's that frequent. Imagine, I'm glad that I have a team of many really experienced realtors, especially our team leader. He is also started around the same time in 2003 in real estate downtown, like downtown Toronto. We were always downtown, so we have seen like all the buildings from ground zero to the high rises nowadays. So we ever we witnessed the changes of downtown neighborhood too.
Okay, that's awesome. So we have the local Toronto and realtor estate expert here. Okay, awesome. Okay, so Joyce yourself is also an immigrant in Canada, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so can you please tell us how do you immigrate to Canada?
I was one of the lucky ones because I came to Canada not as an international student. My family was considering that part of it because I actually finished junior high school in Taiwan that time already, and then they were still waiting for the immigration to happen. I mean the PR to get the PR. So they were thinking if I should stay around and just study one more year, or they can send me to, for example, I think that time Montreal in Quebec, province of Quebec, was welcoming a lot of international students, but they were kind of concerned because I've never been out, and my English that time was horrible compared to I'm not like the language wise, as far as you can tell, I'm from an engineering background, so it's not my strongest subject. So I can I do okay in the school for exams and stuff, but for conversation and stuff, I'm very slow. So I'm so glad that my parents actually took the whole family. So we were actually originally first immigration was to Vancouver. And then they say the second immigration came to Toronto because of the school, right? So I was with my family for at least 3 years before I actually try to be independent and start speaking real English at school. Yeah, because you're staying in the residence and then you're forced to talk in English, even though understanding English is just within the first maybe year or 3 years. It's not difficult, but even in the fourth year, I don't have a daily English skill. Like, for example, when somebody sneezes, they will say, "Excuse me," and then it will be followed by, "Oh, bless you," right? And then you respond by "Thank you." And then that was like really extremely something new to me, because at home we don't do that. And sometimes I remember when I was young, like just even sneezing or blowing your nose, you feel like you are trying to hide it. You don't feel comfortable. But in Canada, in the culture, in the Western culture, I think you can sneeze as loud as you want, and as soon as you said "excuse me," and then people will try to feel something for you. They will say, "Oh, bless you," and then that's a really nice way about another human touch that we do here. And you forget about all the germs, all the virus that they sneeze out. But nowadays, because of the COVID, I think if you even cough one time, people will be looking at you like you are the worst enemy. So yeah, and then you're wearing the mask, so that caring is getting less, and I think we try to yell out loud, "Bless you." I hope still, but yeah, it's like the coughing, the sneezing, it all means like the potential COVID, the viruses, and especially when the flu season is happening now, right? So the government is really concerned about not the COVID anymore, because the death rate actually in Ontario, it's just about a couple, like a single digit, maybe 2 or 3
Oh,
a
that's
day.
great.
Yeah, because I know in Russia, for example, it's still pretty bad. Like, I think it's maybe a count by a thousand, or that type of digits, 3 digits, right? 3, 4 digits in other part of the world. But Toronto or Ontario, it's actually pretty good in terms of.
I see. I see the number has gone down a lot, and then now the life has come back to normal. Same like in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, because now the government is going into enter the fourth recovery phase. So that means people are able to go out and eat, and then also to do interstate traveling. So some people, they are going to Langkawi Island for their vacation. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
Definitely.
Bali's open. Yeah.
Okay, so let's come back to our topic today. Okay, because since we both are realtor, right?
Right.
And then the purpose to invite you to come to my realtor cafe, because the realtor cafe is more of the conversation. We spend a cup of coffee time to talk about the property. So we know Canada is an immigrant country. And we just want to know, how do immigrants purchase their first home in Canada?
Yeah, I think, first and the most importantly, you need to have a good real estate agent, which most of the time it's referred by your local agent, who has the worldwide connections. Like myself, like I do communicate or promote my team overseas, and then trying to host events this way. And then because of my own background, that I do a lot of I have a lot of chance to meet like different professionals. And so yeah, definitely for first and foremost, it's important to get a professional realtor. So just to be a little bit of more honest here, like a lot of times, like people would be referring you to someone who is known by the person, but like Toronto is a big area because GTA actually includes a lot of like different cities, right? And then especially when it's a little bit like, for example, Waterloo, it has a very good university as well. Like we're always competing. Waterloo, University of Waterloo is better, or the University of Toronto is better. So sometimes when like people are asking about, for example, it's only an hour, a little bit over an hour away from Toronto, but if you're looking for something that's a little bit out of the way, that it's easy for us to do the sale, but it's always good to refer to the local agent. So for example, if you're talking about downtown real estate, we found even for a lot of new projects, because they are building like downtown Toronto like crazy, or even the whole Toronto, right? And then a lot of agents, they were from so far away, and then sometimes they don't even know maybe some of the things that they need to inform the clients. So it's good that you actually find a local realtor that will be able to tell you the most stories. So luckily, because I'm next to University of Toronto, so in the past I have a lot of U of T students, parents, that they contacted me. And downtown, actually, we have two other universities. In the old time, I think they call Ryerson University, which is also, it was a college, but then they became bigger and bigger, and with more like faculties and different majors. So now it's called Ryerson University. And but because of the some the past history issues, that I think they are renaming the university. But we also have OCAD University. So in the old time, it was also an art college of art. So it's called Ontario College of Art and Design and Art, OCAD, Art and Design. So that is downtown. Like those are like really downtown universities. So we have three of them. And then definitely that we have also Humber College, we have George Brown College, we have Seneca College. Those are all like very central Toronto. They have campus like nearby. Like they are very spreading around. Like sometimes they have more than two campuses. But yeah, like we serve a lot of students, especially the parents feel more comfortable with the different language requirements, right?
Okay, so I can catch your point, as you are a local specialist in downtown Toronto and Great Toronto area, right? So for new immigrant to purchase the property, the priority is to choose a local as specialist like you.
Correct. And nowadays the technology are so convenient and so easy to look around. Like a lot of buyers, they actually were able to find information from all over the web. And there's specifically called a multiple listing service, MLS. It has all the information that we can easily even have Chinese version. But if you need anything, that we have the most direct and the best the more focused information that we will be able to share with all the buyers. And the second thing is we have been promoting the buyer agency agreement for a long time, actually, because in the past we know, like for example, in New York, we have like the landlord's agent and the tenant's agent, or the seller's agent, buyer's agent. It's very specific, like you serve your own clients. But in Toronto, most of the time, we definitely strongly recommend to have a listing agent. We have a term called FISBO, so for sale by owner. That type of seller that would definitely they're trying to save the service fee, but at the end sometimes you get into many complications. So definitely hiring an agent is very important, and definitely for the buyers, because you don't 90% more than 90% of the time you don't really have to pay for any service fee, because it's already under the contract of a seller and the listing agent. So this is like definitely, like it's a strongly recommended way to sign with the realtor that is local and then very professional in the area that you are looking for. So this is like the first step for sure.
Okay, I see. So sounds like basically you say in Canada it's only the seller paying commission to the agent, right?
In Toronto, in Ontario, yes. So the seller is paying to the agents, right? Both agents, but you can always sign with your own agent. You hire an agent and sign with them on paper, so they are looking after your best interest. Because we have two different type of services. One is called a client, which is signing under agreement, a contract. The other one is called customer. So if I'm listing a property and you called my because you saw my sign, or you see from any of the social medias and you like to contact me, I'm not necessarily your agent, because I'm serving my own client, my own seller. But only when you ask about, or we should have confirm with the buyer first. Only when you sign under the buyer agency agreement, then you are the client, not the customer. So the only thing we need to do for the customer is to be fair. So if you ask any question, we're not supposed to say something incorrectly, or we have to be fair to anybody who comes to us. But as a client, we have to look after the client's best interest. So if there's two items, and then one that's I can make more money with, and the other one it's maybe the price is lower, or it's better for you, I'm supposed to tell you this is a better choice, not taking you to somewhere that it will only make my best interest.
Okay, so we are starting from the client's point of view to serve their needs, right? Especially for new immigrants. It's a new country, so lots of regulations we don't know when you step into a new environment.
Correct.
Okay, so let's talk about how do immigrants apply a mortgage? Is there a difference compared to like before PR or before as a citizen? Is there any interest difference?
Yes, that's a very good point. So usually if you hire the right person, the first thing you need to do is to go to a bank. Like as a foreigner, usually you do need to open a local bank account to start maybe wiring the money in advance. And then, because some funds you need to hold in the bank for a certain period of time. The other thing is you will have to be pre-qualified just to get the mortgage approved before we start shopping, because sometimes definitely, like, there are a lot of foreign investors or purchasers, they're paying cash, right? So by getting to know the mortgage situation in different countries, it's definitely a plus, just in case if anything happened, right? Because I know like they have limits for example, the Chinese purchasers a while ago, that they will not able to wire, a whole big chunk of money at once. So they will have to prepare. It's very funny that I have a very student client who's actually saving up year by year just to buy a second property, for example. So because there's a limitation of from each country to be able to wire the amount. But of course, there are other ways to make it happen. But mortgage is always the number one thing that we should look at before we started saying, okay, maybe we wanted to buy a certain budget, and then at the end we figure like for over $1 million, you need different, there are different also service fees. If the percentage is not is usually in Canada, like it's 20% down payment is the traditional mortgage. Anything less than 20%, you have to start paying some insurance, the mortgage insurance. But yeah, if for foreigners, minimally, I know like 35% is required, but I would say a 50% is just to be safe. And of course, the more the merrier if you are able to get the funds ready, because yeah, sometimes it takes time. It doesn't happen just like, overnight, right?
Okay, sounds good. And then what is the mortgage interest right now in Canada?
The interest, it's actually historical low. It's historically low because it was like the last time I heard from a mortgage broker was around 2%. And it's been historical low because when I started in real estate, I remember it was like 5-6%, which compared to now, it was already high. But in Canada, or I mean North America, I think there was once around 1990, the mortgage rate was over 10%. So sometimes up to
4%. Back to those old days, yes.
Yeah, so this is like historically low. So a lot of times, even though the prices like going sky high, like it's everybody's thinking like, to pay any price, you cannot even get a property, especially right now in our market in Toronto right now. So a lot of people are going back to looking at condo investments because because you can still purchase something nice, like around $1 million. And you're like right in downtown. To own a piece of downtown, it's like, yeah, it's for the retirement especially. It's a perfect. You have like the hospitals within less than 5 minutes walk, for example. Especially, I found like a lot of times when we have family and friends, they need to come to the hospital downtown. It's a lot of hassle actually when you're far away. But of course, like each region or each city, they should have their own local hospitals. But the best of the best is always downtown, especially when University of Toronto is offering the best medical program because of those hospitals. So we have all the hospitals on University Avenue that it's a good co-op opportunities. You see all kinds of different cases. So by saying that, that means a lot of our tenants actually from all over the country or even all over the world to come to downtown Toronto for like cancer specialists, to have transplants. It's all downtown. So we have in the past many tenants who is like the special needs of coming downtown for they don't know for how long because they might be waiting for a transplant for waiting for the hospitals anytime, right? So this is we have like in the past like maybe even waiting for 2 years for just standing by, and that's why the investment in downtown is always a great decision because then the rentals are usually very hot for especially when the students every September, right before September, July and August is our rental season. So
Correct. There's always a higher demand in the local downtown area, especially international students.
yeah, and you know, like in July and August, you can experience something, the same property, you can easily rent out $300 more a month.
Mm-hmm.
Canadian
Yes, sounds very good. Okay. All right. Thank you, Joyce. I think we should do another round because this is a Realtor Cafe. We try to make the time finish it within 20 minutes.
Okay.
But that way we can keep our viewer coming back to watch us.
Yeah, so stay tuned. If you have more questions, please contact Angel, and then I'm more than happy to share my Canadian experience with you because I love, I love actually meeting new friends, and then it's the time that this is like the only way virtually to meet everybody over the world. So thank you
All
so
right.
much, Angel.
Sounds good. We definitely will have you come back again to share more of the property information in Canada and Toronto area. Okay. So we will see you another round. Take care, Joyce.
All right, thank
We will
you.
have
Thank you,
another
everyone.
Chinese section, so we will exit this room and enter another one. Okay.
Yeah, and I hope to visit Malaysia one day. This will be a dream come true again too.
Definitely, we will visit each other in each other's country. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.